Hey there everyone! Today we are going to swatch my Schmincke Super Granulation colors. So if you are unfamiliar with these, Schmincke does have their Super Granulation sets. Now these are special sets created by the company. You can get them open stock though, so you don't have to buy this set. And in fact, I bought a few full sets, and then from the other collections, I actually just bought some open stock because I knew I wouldn't like the colors that came in the full sets. How did I know? Well, before we get into these, let me share my favorite tip I want to share with anyone, whether you're new to watercolor, old to watercolor, it doesn't matter. Before you try any brand or honestly any paint, I highly recommend doing a dot card if you can get it. Schmincke does have a set of dot cards specifically for the Super Granulation set. Their Super Granulation sets are all, mixes. That's just kind of a thing they've created. You could totally make this entire set yourself if you have all the colors and pigments, but I'm a lazy gal. And they're fun to collect. So this is the dot card for the granulation sets. You can get it from Jackson's. I will leave a link in the description below. Jackson's is by far my favorite place to buy anything named Schmincke. And they do have frequent sales, so keep that in mind. So this is how I knew which full sets to buy and which ones I did not want the full set of. So today, we will be swatching the Shire set, which is this bad boy here. I knew I would want it. Now again, this is off the dot card. I want to swatch them in my Etcher cold press 100% cotton book here. I use for all my swatches because I do all of my painting for the most part in my Etcher. So I want to see how they look on that paper. Then I have the full Deep Sea set. Now that's here. Every single color in that dot card series I was in love with, especially that one. So I knew I wanted to buy it. Now one set that is not in the dot set is Haze. Now this is a limited edition, even says right there. They have not put this on the dot card set. I don't know if it will become a fixture or not because the Galaxy set is also limited edition, but it is here. However, I knew I wanted all of those. This one you won't find in the dot card set, but I went and waited for a Schmincke sale and bought this set, and I think I'll like it. We'll find out. So the ones I didn't get full sets of were Desert, Tundra, Forest, which I know seems weird for me because if you follow me long enough, you know I love greens. I'll explain why in a minute on that one. And the Volcano. So what I did was using the dot cards, decided which colors I wanted, and then when Schmincke went on sale, I purchased those. So from the Tundra set, we will be looking at Tundra Violet. Oh, I can't wait for that one. Tundra Rose, or Tundra Pink, I should say. And I think that's all I got from the Tundra set. Yes. Okay. Then from the Forest set, I purchased Forest Green, which is this one here. I purchased Forest Blue, that one there. And that was it from the Forest set. And the reason for that is I already have some greens that are similar to this in my collection, so I didn't want to waste my money on it, to be completely honest. Okay, and then open stock from the Glacier set, I only grabbed two. I got Glacier Green, which is this one here, and Glacier Blue. Now, I wanted to get Glacier Turquoise initially, but after using the dot card, I wasn't really impressed with the granulation. So I was like, what's the point? So the last one, I didn't get anything from the Desert set. Nothing really it didn't jump out at me. But when it came to the Volcano set, I did want Volcano Violet, which is this one here. So I bought that. And you're probably thinking, what's up with the big old tubes slash little pans? I was late to the Schmincke set, and so by the time I got there, the 15 ml tubes of those colors were gone. So I just got some half pans to play around with, and I can always stock up later. I actually bought 2 forest blues because I knew I was going to love it. So that is what we are going to be swatching today, and we'll do them by set. I've already got it ready to go in my book here somewhere. Yes, so we'll be going by set, starting with the Galaxy, and we'll just move through the ones where I have full sets, and then we'll go to the open stock ones after that. Okay, the first set I am going to swatch is the Schmincke Super Granulation Galaxy set. So I want to show you how these are packaged. Oops, I removed that, but they come in, if you buy the full set, they are just 5 ml tubes, so 5 by 5. You can, of course, open stock buy the big ones. So just keep that in mind. And sometimes you can get your hands on the open stock, but not the set, which always baffles me. But it's just because they don't have the set available. So all of them come in this cute little box with a little foam protector. And then they're all sitting here looking oh so beautiful. I'm only going to show you once with this set, and then just this applies for all of them. But with all the Schminckes, you have the name, the internal number. This also says Horadam Aquarelle. And then you have their transparency codes on the side, as well as their pigment numbers. Again, all of these are mixes, these super granulations. You could literally go get PG50 and PB29 and do this yourself. I'm just not that kind of gal. I'm all about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit on my palette over here, just a teensy, so that we can swatch. I've got my paint puck cup full of water. And today I am going to be swatching using the Princeton Neptune size 6 round. I'll leave links in the description to everything below, including the paint sets. They are affiliate links, but as always, they just help support my channel. So let me get these tubes ready to go, and then we will have a nice, relaxing swatch session. Okay, first we are going to start with Galaxy Pink, which is PB16 and PBR33. Just going to dip my brush in water, kind of help that granulate a little. Remember, granulating colors need water. Okay. Now let's grab some Galaxy Violet. Now this is PR233 and PB29. Oh, that moves so beautifully in the water. Okay, now we are on to Galaxy Blue. Do need to mix this one. It kind of came out of the tube a little funky. This is PG50 and PB29. I actually really love PB29. Oh, look, it's already granulating. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, Galaxy Brown. This is PV62. My brush is not wet enough. PV62 and PBR6. Gorgeous. Okay, and this one I'm very excited for. Just make sure my brush is wet enough. So Galaxy Black, that is PBK11 and PB29. Now we're just gonna all right. Now I'm I'm going to prepare the next set. I'm going to let these dry. I might even come back and use my little dryer as well, and we'll look at all the sets once they're dry. Okay, now we are on to Haze Pink. Now, Haze Pink is PR 233 and PB 36. Not your traditional pink, of course. Absolutely lovely, though. Now we are on to Haze Blue. And this is PY 43, PB 29, and PBR 7. Okay. Now we're going to do Haze Indigo, which is PB 29, PG 26, and PBR 33. Now we're going to do Haze Brown, which is PBR 7 and PBK 11. Oops, my brush is a little dry there, so that was my bad. You need to remember, granulating colors do need water. They actually look their best with wet on wet. If that's not your style, that's totally okay. Now again, remember, haze is not in the dot card, so I have no idea what haze is going to look like. Here is Haze Black, PG 36, PBR 33, and PBK 11. I'm already liking it. I can already see the colors. You might not quite yet, but you most definitely will once they dry. Look, you can already see up here Haze Blue. Look at that beautiful separation. You can already see Haze Pink, which did not come down as a pink, but look at it, the pink is coming up and through. That is lovely. Okay, I will be moving on to the next set now. Okay, now we are doing the Shire set. One thing you'll want to note is every single one starts with PY 159. So we are going to start with Shire Yellow, which is PY 159 and PB 62. And if you're curious why I am not swatching these with the surface pre-wet, I am swatching my paints how I would use them. I don't do a lot of wet on wet technique, therefore it would be kind of pointless to swatch that way. You should always swatch on the paper you use and in the way you use your paints so that you know how they're going to look. I do add water near the end just to kind of see how it looks when it granulates, but I don't do a ton of wet on wet, so I want to see how it looks wet on dry. Okay, Shire Olive. Again, everything starts with PY 159, but this also contains PB 35. And these stamps I'm using I got from the wonderful Arit. She created these stamps herself. Shire Green, PY 159 and PG 18. Get a little more water on my brush there. These are my swatch book stamps that I enjoy using. All of these greens are very lovely. Okay, Shire Blue. Now we're getting into our 3 blends. So I have PY 159, PB 29, and PG 26. Okay, now we have Shire Gray. This is PY 159, PB 74, and PBK 11. Turn this way. You can actually see that granulate just placing it down. PBK 11 is actually a really nice color all on its own. All right, so I will move on to the next set. Okay, so now we are on the Deep Sea set, another of the 5-piece set I have purchased. We are going to start with Deep Sea Violet. Now this is PB 29 and PBR 33. Next is Deep Sea Indigo. This is PV 62 and PG 18. Now we are on Deep Sea Blue. This is PG 50, PV 16, and PB 29. And then we are on Deep Sea Green. PG 18 and PB 29. Deep Sea Black. This is PBK 11, PB 74, and PB 35. As you can see, they're already starting to granulate, so they do granulate pretty quickly. That's all of our 5 count. I'm going to be moving on to the open stock pieces that I've acquired, so I will get those set up and we'll work on that. Okay, now we are on to Glacier Blue. This is PB 29 and PG 50. Really nice thick color. Okay. Volcano Violet, which is PV 62 and PR 108. These are just the 2 open stock that I purchased in a tube. Okay. Forest Green. This is PG 19 and PBR 33. Beautiful color. Forest Blue. This is PB 36 and PBK 11. These re-wet in the pan like a dream. I didn't even have to pre-wet them. That's one thing about Schmincke, you will notice they don't necessarily need to be pre-wet. Absolutely gorgeous color. Alright, we have Tundra Rose. This is PB 29 and PR 233. This one I might need to get a little more water first. You can see the way it just automatically soaks right into that 100% cotton paper. Oh, look at that separation that's already occurring. It's lovely. All right, let's grab this Tundra Violet right here. This is PB 29 and PBR 6. So both of the Tundra ones that I selected at least started with PB 29. Oh, that's lovely. This is going to be a beautiful color. I can already tell. Okay. Now our last one here is Glacier Green. Now this is PR 233 and PG 50. Just make sure I get enough. You can already see the ones off to the side granulating. Look at the way it just flows on that 100% cotton. It is already separating. You can see PR 233 and PG 50 already coming apart. It's just breathtaking. Okay, now that they've all been swatched, I'm going to dry them all and show you the full granulation, especially on this 100% cotton paper. Okay, we are going to start with the open stock ones that I had purchased, just so you can check those out. These were the last ones swatched. They are all completely dry. So this is the Glacier Blue. Here you can see the separation. It's not as dramatic as some of the other colors, but it is still absolutely lovely. Volcano Violet, I am adoring the separation there. Forest Green, I do really like this. It's subtle, very subtle, but this would be so perfect in some landscape pictures. Tundra Rose is breathtaking. The separation on that one is just unbelievable. I mean, look at that. That is just absolutely gorgeous. You can see that purple coming through. Now, Glacier Green is stunning. However, I have heard that it is a hard color to work with, so I'm gonna have to see if I can actually get it to work for me, but it's absolutely gorgeous. This Tundra Violet is, I think, looks better here than it did on its swatch or its dot card. Look at that separation and those colors. That's just beautiful. Forest Blue, again, not as dramatic as, say, Tundra Violet, but still a very pretty color. I am very impressed. Okay. Let's go over here to the Deep Sea collection. These are going to be, you know, obviously predominantly blue, as you would expect. So a lot of PB 29 was used. So here is the Deep Sea Violet. This does kind of come off similar to the Tundra Violet, but that is because they both have the PB 29. But look at that color. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, come on, camera, focus. Now, Deep Sea Indigo, I am really liking this color. I love the green that you can see coming through. It's very rich. Deep Sea Blue. Now this is 3 colors. It's quite a hefty mix. Now the separation is not as dramatic. You're not seeing a ton of different colors, but just look at how beautiful that is. Deep Sea Green, I would have to say, is one of my more favorite out of this set, simply because you get that turquoisey color with a nice darker blue just coming through. It's beautiful color. Deep Sea Black, this is another one that has 3 colors in it, and you do see them. However, it's more dramatic on the dot card. The dot cards are not 100% cotton, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, now the Shire set. Now keep in mind with these, all of them have PY 159 as the first pigment, and then they just have little variations. So Shire Yellow, still very pretty. You can see that separation. It's a great, great color. Shire Olive, I was actually not as impressed with this one as I thought it would be. It looked better on the dot card, but you are seeing some of that PB35 come through. Shire Green is beautiful. Look at that. You can just see those two breaking apart and creating a very lovely color. Shire Blue, I think I love the most. It has a very deep, rich green, and then look, as you can see here, see that separation? It's very lovely. Shire Gray, this one is separating very nicely. You can see the green undertones. I'm really not seeing as much as I would like, but again, it's nice to see how it performs on this paper. That way when I create my super granulating set, I know what I'm getting into. So Haze was not on the dot card set, so this one was going to be a mystery to me anyway. But I am actually very, very impressed. It's true to its name. It's kind of dark and dreary. Haze Pink, I have got to say I am in love with Haze Pink. Look at this one and how it's separated. Just kind of changing the angle so you guys can kind of catch the colors. But I love this like grayish undertone as the pink just pops up, and when you first swatch that, you do not see that pink at all, and then it pops later. It's beautiful. Haze Blue, absolutely gorgeous color. This is a 3 mix, and I love it. You can see all of those colors coming out. Absolutely beautiful. Haze Indigo, another 3 mix. Very dark and dreary. I love it. I'm really liking this Haze Brown. So PBK11 is in here, but look, you can just see it ever so slightly. It's a gorgeous color. Haze Black, again, PBK11. But look at this. It's like a nice charcoaly color. It's soaked into the paper beautifully. Okay, the Galaxy set, probably I would say more of my favorite set out of all of them, but I honestly like have favorites like out of each one and not like just a whole set, but this one is very, very pretty. Galaxy Pink is a gorgeous color. This is the only one where I didn't use my stamps. But I love, love that separation. It's a rather opaque color. You can't see my black line very well. Now Galaxy Violet, I am in love with. I want to play with this. It reminds me of Moon Glow a little bit. But look at this. Just that separate, that's a gorgeous color. Absolutely breathtaking. Whether you have it watered down or even fully concentrated, it's beautiful. Galaxy Blue as well. I absolutely love their color choices here because it just comes apart so beautiful. That's definitely going to be in my granulation palette. Galaxy Brown. This one is actually really impressive. I love just the fine amount of color that comes through It's not overwhelming. This would be an awesome landscape paint for me. Same thing with Galaxy Black. I love the PB29 in here. I think it's perfect for this black. And look at just the way it comes apart. It's very pretty. So that is the super granulation sets from Schmincke that I have purchased. I am creating a super granulating palette or a full granulating palette. Not all of these colors will be featured in that. I'm going to go through and kind of pick my favorites now that I've seen them on the paper that I typically use. Because again, like I said, this dot card here, this is watercolor paper, but it's not the paper I use. So this is going to look different than how it's going to look in mine here. So see, for example, Galaxy Pink. See here, it's pretty close, but it's still a difference. To the naked eye, you can't see it as well, but there is a difference. Let's see, like same thing with Galaxy Violet. So you want to keep that in mind. Like, these dot cards are great, but when you buy something, you want to swatch it again, even if you have the dot card on the paper you're going to use. So yep, I do have a watercolor haul I've recently done. I'm going to be taking some other granulating colors, because just because these are called super granulation colors doesn't mean there aren't other granulating colors out there naturally. There's colors that naturally granulate, and I will be putting those in my granulation palette along with a few of these. I can guarantee Galaxy Black, Galaxy Pink, Galaxy Violet, and Galaxy Blue. Actually, the whole Galaxy set will probably be in that palette. As for the rest, I've got to kind of take a look and see. But yeah, I'm very excited to play with these. If you have any of the Schmincke Super Granulation palettes, let me know. What do you think? What is your favorite one? If you don't, what's your favorite that you've seen here? Which ones are you kind of leaning towards? And what you think would be great in a palette. Now keep in mind, I do florals mostly. So, you know, I'm not big on anything like with portraits. I try to do landscape, I fail at landscape. I'm more of a floral gal, so keep that in mind if you have any suggestions, but I'd love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, comments in the comments below. So until next time, everyone, take care. Bye now.